Hi, it's Janelle with Parsnips and Parsimony, and today is my 40-week pregnancy update video. In fact, I am 40 weeks and 2 days pregnant, and if you have watched any of my past pregnancy update videos, you know this is not normal for me. I do not go overdue. But here I am, very much overdue. So I haven't updated since I believe it was 37 weeks because I really thought that was going to be the end right there, but obviously it's not. So I wanted to give you pretty much an overview of the last 2 or 3 weeks, letting you guys know what's been going on and why this baby isn't here yet. So let's start with our Braxton Hicks contractions, prodromal labor, going into labor, stopping. You know, I've had a history of having a lot of Braxton Hicks and a lot of prodromal labor. Now, this pregnancy was a little bit different because it was not nearly to the extent as some of my other children. And I don't know why that is, but I do think that part of it is because I started taking magnesium this pregnancy, which the magnesium has helped tremendously with leg cramps and all of those awful side effects. And I've actually felt really comfortable, and it's been so much better not having all of those Braxton Hicks contractions. But I do wonder if not having them is playing a role while I'm still this pregnant. The other thing is, I have had some runs of prodromal labor where I actually feel like I am in labor and then it stops. Now, I had more of that at 37 and 38 weeks. But then it just stopped. Then last week, when I was 39 weeks and 1 day pregnant, I was having very regular contractions. They went from 12 minutes and slowly stair-stepped down to about 4.5 minutes. They were lasting anywhere from a minute to a minute and a half long. So that is technically considered labor. That's a very labor pattern, very laborish pattern. I was in contact with my midwife. When I got to that 4-minute mark, I texted her and I said, I don't know what you want to do. It was like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and I'm thinking, do I want to wait and then see what happens, or do I want her to come now? Because you guys know she lives about 55 minutes away from me. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, I'm starting to have a lot of pressure in my bottom. I'm having a lot of symptoms that this baby's coming sooner than later. So I texted her and she said, listen, we'll be right there. So she hightailed it over to our house, and as soon as I texted her, I just got like this huge adrenaline high. I got everything out for the birth. I was really excited. It was a couple days before Christmas. I'm thinking, yes, you know, I'll have a couple days to recover. I'm gonna feel great. And she got here and I had all this adrenaline and it stopped labor. I mean, like, dead stop. And so she goes, no, that's okay. You know, go upstairs, go to bed. We made up a bed for her and her assistant so they could sleep. And I went upstairs and I tried to sleep, but again, I had so much adrenaline, it was really hard to sleep. And around 6 o'clock, she came upstairs to see how I was doing. She checked my blood pressure, she did all of that. And the contractions were anywhere from 4 to 10 minutes apart, so they had started to come back. They were pretty strong, and she was leery about leaving, but on the other hand, she has a lot of experience with this, and she said, you know, I really think that this is just going to peter out. So she hung out with me for about an hour, and they were still coming, but they were sort of getting farther and farther apart. So she headed out and said, text me, call me, if you need anything, I will turn around, come right back. She goes, but I don't think anything's going to happen. And she was totally right. Everything just stopped. I was exhausted from not sleeping that night. And I went to bed and slept until about noontime. My parents very kindly came down and brought us lunch and helped watch the kids for a little while. So Art and I could both get a little bit of extra sleep. And that was it. You know, I was thinking, like with Grace's birth, I had a night of that, and then the very next day I went into labor. That has not happened yet, and it's been a week since that's happened. So for whatever reason, this baby has decided not to come yet. And I'm having more and more increased strong contractions, but they're just not falling into any type of regular pattern yet. So we're just taking it, I'm taking it day by day. I've been doing more sitting on my ball, some baby maneuvering from Spinning Babies. If you haven't visited that website, definitely check that out if you are pregnant, because they have a lot of great exercises to help with getting the baby in the right position. My midwife says that the baby is definitely head down, but it's really not engaging much into the pelvis. And throughout this pregnancy, I've had this baby sitting so high. It's very, very strange. Usually I'm a very low person, and this baby is super high this time. So I don't know if that's attributing to me going overdue. There's just not enough baby pressure on the cervix to really start getting things going. I don't know. But whatever the case is, I've been doing a lot of the spinning baby things and just seeing if that can help with positioning, because maybe this baby's just a little off center or whatever. And we're just waiting. Now you might ask, how much weight have I gained? I stopped weighing myself when I hit right around the 40-pound mark. It got to the point where I said it wasn't doing anything good for me mentally to keep getting on the scale, seeing it going up, going down. And at this point, with the swelling and the water weight, is so inconsistent. I don't even know if that's an accurate number. When I mentioned the swelling to my midwife, she goes, you know, it's funny, some babies and some pregnancies are like that. You have a lot of swelling, and other pregnancies you have like no swelling. And this pregnancy just happens to be a more swelling type of pregnancy. I have been keeping an eye on my blood pressure because, you know, me being an EMT, I'm very much aware of preeclampsia and those symptoms and how dangerous that can be, considering where I am with the pregnancy. So I've been keeping an eye on my blood pressure. It's been staying fine. In fact, when my midwife was here a week ago, it was 100/60. So there's really no concern right now of high blood pressure. And we're just sitting around waiting. I'm trying to take every day as a fresh day, making plans for that day as it comes, because I don't know if things are going to pick up in the evening. That's usually when the contractions really start to pick up, is at nighttime, and then they die down in the morning. Very, very classic labor pattern for me. And, you know, that's all I know. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you're new to our channel, we are planning a home birth, and we're just waiting for this baby to come. So let me give you a quick belly shot, and maybe this will be my last pregnancy update. And if you don't see any more, make sure you check out the birth video, and I'm hoping to do a day in the life with a newborn shortly after that. So much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you for our next video. Bye!